What's up guys, Kyle here again, and today we are checking out the Sin 55 Impulse Response Pack from 2Notes Audio and ENGL Amplification. Let's do it! Alright guys, hope you're doing great out there today. If this is your first time here at my channel, my name is Kyle, and what I do is I take awesome high gain amps, overdrives, guitar cabs, speakers, pickups, and impulse responses. I record them with a simple setup and I give you guys the unprocessed audio on your end. So if you're into E-stand or thrash riffs, drop C hardcore riffs, and belligerently amateur guitar playing, you're in the right place. Consider hitting the like button and subscribing on the way out so you don't miss any more of my stuff. Thanks! Alright guys, so today we are gonna check out the Sin 55 Impulse Response Pack. This is a collaboration between 2Notes Audio and ENGL Amplification. After that intro clip, what do I really need to say? I mean, these things sound incredible. Just go back and listen to that a couple of times. Cut the video there. We're good, we're done. Just kidding, I like to talk way too much to end the video that quickly. So this Impulse Response Pack is an official Impulse Response Pack captured by ENGL Amplification using their common cabinets, but instead of the Vintage 30, which is what you would find in a lot of the ENGL cabinets that you buy off the shelf, they have loaded these cabs with the Heisu Demon speaker. Now, as soon as they asked me to check this Impulse Response Pack out, I was like, hell yes, please. Because the Heisu Demon is a speaker I have been really curious about myself for a long time, and I was really excited at the opportunity to check out some impulse responses using this speaker to get a feel of whether I would like this speaker for my own cabs, for my own setup. And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I'm gonna be hitting up Heisu because the speaker, the impulses in here sound unreal. This speaker sounds incredible and is right up my alley. So yeah, Heisu, you're gonna be hearing from me very soon. But yeah, to record that intro clip, all I used was the ENGL Fireball 25 that I have sitting next to me, my nice 2Notes Captor X that 2Notes Audio was nice enough to send over for me to check out, and the Impulse Response Pack, nothing else. All I did in the EQ was shave off the lows, shave off the highs, put a little dip in the 700 and the 4K range like I usually do on my recorded guitar tones, and that's it. I literally didn't have to do anything else to get the tones that you guys hear. I personally am a huge fan of what I'm hearing in this Impulse Response Pack. It's bright, it's cutting, it is detailed. It is everything that you want out of a modern metal speaker. So real quick, let's check out what you get in this pack from ENGL and 2Notes. I will do a quick run through, play through the cabs, give you guys some tones, and yeah, we'll have a couple laughs along the way. Why? I don't really know, but we're gonna. In the pack, you're gonna get 5 different cabs altogether. Starting off with the ENGL E112 VB 112 cabinet. if you couldn't get that from the name. Moving on, you get two different 2x12 cabinets, one being ENGL's horizontal 2x12 cab, one being their vertical 2x12 cab, and then you get two 4x12 cabinets, one being their standard size 4x12 cab, and then one being the infamous XXL cab. I say infamous because ENGL's cabs are already extremely heavy, but when you get into the oversized cabinets, it's like you might as well be carrying a cab loaded with cinder blocks as opposed to speakers around, because those things are freaking heavy. But yeah, you get 5 different cabinets all loaded with this same Jesus Demon speaker. You get a bunch of different microphones that we're gonna cycle through, and of course you get to use this all within 2Note's wall of sound or remote software, and you've got all sorts of different tweakability options in order to really dial in these impulse responses how you like them. Now, like I said, I literally pulled these impulse responses up. I pulled the SM57 15% off of the center of the dust cap in the 2Note's wall of sound software, and that's it. I didn't do anything else to them in the software. They just sounded great the way that they were to my ears. So let's dive in. Let's hear a couple of these different cabs. Let's play with the settings a little bit and see what we can get. All right, guys, so we are in the 2Note's wall of sound software. I have this cabinet pack pulled up, and let's see what we get for Strum, because this is exactly how it will open. We're gonna start with the XXL 412 cab. So I will say right off the bat, the H30, not my mic of choice. We're gonna go over into belligerent amateur territory. We're gonna get a good old standard 57 dynamic up. Let's hear how that sounds. Very bright right off the bat, which is why I said I tend to pull the mics. I tend to do this in a lot of the cab packs on 2Note's wall of sound, because it really does seem like the mic is direct center of the dust cap on a lot of the cab packs at that 0% location with the microphone. So if we pull it off 15%, that gets rid of a lot of that unwanted brightness. And like I said, in my mix demo that you guys heard at the beginning of this video, I used this exact impulse, and I had the 57 pulled off 15% just like this, and I didn't have to touch anything else, so. All right, I'm getting carried away with playing because this sounds good. And also we're using the ENGL Fireball 25, which is probably one of my new favorite amps, period. You guys are gonna see a full demo on this thing at some point very soon, because I'm very impressed with this amp. But moving on, let's check out some of the mic selection. We've got a 57, we've got an Audix i5, we've got a TG201, which I believe that is a Beyer dynamic microphone. Oh boy, I like that. I really like that. I was actually looking at one of these microphones not that long ago and talked myself out of it. I may have just talked myself back into it. That's nice. Okay, so TG201 is a winner for me. Here's the H30 again. Even off axis, I just don't like that sound. It reminds me of the 421, but everything I don't like about the 421 being accentuated even more. Okay, Fat Ribbon mic 2. This fat mic would accent the SM57 really well. So that's something to keep in mind. We have a 184 condenser. Here's the dynamic 421. Not bad at all. The 421, especially the vintage ones, sound great for high gain stuff in my opinion. The mids are a little bit rounder. This one sounds good here. And here is a Royer R121. We're getting a lot of low end punch out of this too. That's very nice. that would be a great pair with the 57. As you can hear, pretty thin, pretty focused. It does well in a mix, but if you want to fatten it up a little bit, just add a 121 and you're good to go. So I am already getting long in the tooth here. Let's go ahead and go over to the standard 4x12 cab, which is my favorite of the pack. As you can see, this cab is a little bit more focused overall, and it just kind of brings the mids forward. It tames the highs and the lows just a little bit. We can actually probably move this back towards the center just a tad. Let's go back, let's go to 10%, 9%, I guess. Sounds good to me. Again, let's try out a different mic real quick. So let's actually pull that just a tad more off center. Let's go to 17%. That's a nice even sound there. And then also in the 2 Notes wall of sound software, you can come in, turn an EQ on and start messing with some of the frequencies. And just like that, I have the 6 hertz pulled back to get rid of a little bit of that fizz. Let's actually bump that up to about -2 dB. And then I have the 800 hertz pushed forward to make the mids a little bit more present. So let's go over to the 212 cabs and let's go into the 212 vertical. I may have just found one of my new favorite tones. That sounds awesome. Nice and balanced, punchy, focused, plenty of low end. I really like that. The 212 vertical may have now just taken the place as the favorite. 57 is very focused in the mids. Again, if I turn this EQ off, that's the 57. Let's try one more mic on this one because I am really digging. Let's go back to that 201. Yeah, I'm buying one of these mics as soon as I can find one for a good price. This sounds awesome. Huge fan, really like the vertical 212. Let's go over to the horizontal 212. That one's really focused in the mids, almost to the point of being honky, but it is a little bit lacking in the low end. Let's turn our EQ on. We've got our 120 hertz bump up. Let's pull our mids back here. We're not really doing anything crazy here, and we can balance out whatever frequencies we want. I really like the 2 Notes wall of sound software. All right, so that one sounds good. I think that I like the TG201 more. Oh, that is a great sounding mic. Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. You guys are costing me money here. All right, finally, let's take a look at that 112 cab because we are running out of time. I have not even tried this one yet, so let's hear how it sounds. Really good. Every cab in here, every time I switch over, it just sounds good, but in a different way. I'm a huge fan. Seriously, oh, that sounds great. The TG201 mic is just awesome. All right, dynamic i5. All right, so that TG201 is kind of like a good middle ground between the i5 and the 57. real quick, let's turn our link on and let's go over to this one. We're gonna keep these both right in the center. All right, that's obviously gonna be way louder. So, all right, so over here, I'm gonna switch to a 57. Oh wait, I gotta turn the link off to do that. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so let's go back over here. Let's go to the 201, and here we have the 57. And you kind of get the best of both worlds. Seriously, that sounds awesome. I absolutely love this cab pack. One more riff. Let's play a drop tune riff and then I'll call it a day on this, but this has been a lot of fun. I love these impulses. You guys are gonna be hearing these a lot on stuff coming up in the future because these sound incredible. I'm not just saying that. Like I literally really enjoy these impulse responses. So, all right guys, last riff. Here we go, drop C. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me today on the Sin 55 Impulse Response Pack from 2 Notes Audio and ENGL Amplification. If you want to pick this pack up for yourself, I'm guessing it's probably going to be around 50 bucks because that is what the SIG 77 pack costs, and there will probably be an introductory sale as with the SIG 77, so I would imagine it'll be somewhere around 30 US dollars. I'd love to tell you the exact price, but they didn't tell me, sorry. But yeah, I mean, if you are a modern metal or a metal guitarist of any sort and you are tired of playing vintage 30 loaded impulse responses, because Lord knows we have more of those than anybody could possibly fathom, this is an absolutely excellent pack. Tons of tweakability in the 2 Notes wall of sound software. Every single cab that I played I liked for different reasons, and every single one had absolutely usable tones. So this may be my new favorite impulse response pack. I really do think that this sounds excellent. Was really enjoying it with the ENGL Fireball 25 here. So yeah, highly recommend it if you guys want something different than your average vintage 30 impulse response pack. Well worth the money. So quick thank you to ENGL and 2 Notes for hooking me up with this impulse response pack and with the 2 Notes Captor X so I could check this out for you guys. Even though they sent me this stuff for free in order to do some videos, you guys got my honest opinions on this. I promise you, I really do love these things and I highly recommend them. So that is gonna do it for me today. What did you guys think about these things? Let me know down in the comment section of this video, as I am really curious to see what you guys thought of a non-vintage 30 impulse response that is aimed at modern metal. And if you own the Jesus Demon speakers, let me know what you think about those as well, because I would really like to get some here in the studio now. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button on the way out and consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification so you don't miss any of my future uploads. If you want to support what it is I do here, down in the description of this video are all my affiliate links. Consider checking out some of that stuff or joining my Patreon community like these incredible people here and supporting the channel that way. I'll love you forever, whether you want me to or not. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Kyle here again. We'll see you next time.